Hello. Welcome in for our next episode of Animus Violentas. I'm excited to see how tonight goes because if you
die.
yeah, if you noticed the tweet, if that's what brought you in here, you know that last week our party here had some dark colored bags thrown over their heads, or in Skeeter's case, just thrown into one, and that's where we ended it. So it's gonna be interesting. Before we jump into everything, let me say a few words about our sponsors. Let me just get those links into chat. They are Fundamental RPG. It's the game that this strike that, reverse it. It's the system that this game runs on. It looks like this. You can pick up your copy on Amazon if you want the physical book, like this one in my hand. Or if you prefer a digital version, you can pick that up at coffee.com/Raven, like it's spelled at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. Also, go check out Die Hard Dice. They sell amazing polymer and metal dice sets and accessories. They're just a bunch of really amazing people over there as well. You can use the code Animus with a capital A to get 10% off of your entire order. And currently, I recommend checking out the Luminous Chrome set. My camera doesn't pick it up the greatest because the green screen, but it's got these really pretty little glittery sparkles inside of it. So they're really satisfying to roll, especially if you like shiny things. Yeah, and then if you want to catch up on this show or any others that we have on the channel, you can do so at the Fantasy Network at watch.thefantasy.network or over on YouTube, where we are streaming on Wednesday nights now, in addition to hosting videos there. So just go to YouTube and search for Black Feather Guild, and it should be the first result. All that out of the way, we're going to do some introductions, let everybody introduce themselves and their characters. We'll start with top left. B, tell us a little bit about New Skeeter and yourself.
I still do not know how to unmute mics. It's the bane of my existence. I'm John Belliston. I'm on various places as either John Belliston, Clockwork Pudding, or Troll and Prettiest Princess. So that's a thing. I am a writer on the Neon Devils webtoons comic that just started. I'm also running the Deus RP server and working on a whole bunch of different stuff in that regard. I'm playing a New Skeeter. New Skeeter is a redneck computer virus. And that's really, at the end of the day, that's all you kind of need to know about Skeeter. He does have a firm interest in the synthetic rights is kind of becoming a big thing for him. But yeah, that's me.
Awesome. Next, we'll hop down to V as in Vanessa. Tell us a little bit about Alice and yourself.
Every time you do that, it just makes me think of being at my job and trying to tell people letters over the phone. V as in Victoria. Hi, I'm V, or Vanessa. I am an artist. I work primarily in pencil sketch and watercolor. I also do digital art. If you'd like to take a look at any of my work, you can certainly do so. I have an art Twitter. Just got back up and running with a new laptop and a new art program, so hopefully I'll be jumping back into digital stuff as well. I'm also working on the Neon Devils comic, which you should definitely check out because it's so fun. I do a little bit of work with editing, and I'm the letterer. So editor and letterer, say that 10 times fast. But yeah, I play Alice. He is a character who kind of carried over from the Absentis campaign. He works hand in hand with Annie, and is one of her main contacts, which she, of course, didn't know until she got her memories back. But he kind of works similarly to how Annie does, where as she will steal information from big corporations and sell it to smaller ones. Alice isn't so concerned with the monetary part of that. His goal is to basically pull the feet out from under large corporations and just put out as much information as he can get his hands on, which is why he tends to work with groups like the Trash Pandas. But yeah, he's just kicking along for the ride. So we'll see where that goes today with everybody taking a little walk with some bags over their heads. Yeah, that's me and Alice.
All right. Next, let's hop over to Par. Tell us a little bit about Maximilian and yourself.
Maximilian is a sort of, I refer to him as wine dad because he's just a former corporate businessman who's really just on retirement, not really caring, out for a sub adventure, not taking anything too seriously. And I'm just a guy who plays them.
Awesome. Hey, thanks for that sub. Let me know who you'd like to give an advantage to. And then next we'll hop over to Econorlax. Tell us a little bit about Android McGee and yourself.
Hello, I'm Econorlax and I play TTRPGs with whoever of the wonderful people of Twitch will have me. And between games, I do other TTRPG related stuff and computer related stuff and internet related stuff, things. If my disability and anxiety let me. So, you could say if anxiety makes all my decisions, I'm a character played by anxiety. And this character plays the character of Android McGee. Well, starting as Android, named so by our Captain Skeeter, Android McGee is, a basic shipboard model for carrying stuff and janitorial duties, but almost all my programming has been wiped by Captain Skeeter in order to give me freedom to learn stuff and grow in the process. And I'm trying to do learning stuff might be hard with this pack over my head. Let's see how it goes.
All right. Then next we've got Goody. Tell us a little bit about Ambrose and yourself.
Hi, I'm Goody, and I play the Reverend Ambrose Rivera. The Reverend is not a good person and should not be construed as such. He runs just a little compound, a healthy little cult, if you would, for people looking for some kind of purpose in their life, and he gives them that purpose, and that purpose is to work on his honestly quite nice compounds to get things ready for when a massive space worm devours everything.
Yep.
Good
old Harold.
Good old Harold. Harold the Extinction. But no, Ambrose is Space Jim Jones. Like, will he do what Jim Jones did? Probably not. But will he behave like him? Probably. So just bad guy, not a good guy. But we'll see what he does, and he is trying to get his hands on these new androids he's heard so much about.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. Awesome. That just leaves me. So I'm Raven. I'm the creative director for the Raven Evermore, which is my brand for all the various things that I do, most of which are tabletop related or adjacent. There's my link tree in chat. If you can't see chat, it's linktr.ee/theraven, like it's spelled below my face. And yeah, I play everybody else in the galaxy. So we left off last time, as mentioned. Yes, Breathlessly is is definitely a good word for that. There was some disagreement as to how to proceed that was happening in your rented hover SUV. And during that disagreement, some guards at this big, giant, heavily secured facility out in the middle of nowhere approached with some very nice linen suits and sunglasses and big guns, as you have on Mars. And after some conversation where they were less than convinced as to kind of why you were there and that it was okay for you to be there, a bunch of people came out of a car and put dark bags over your heads. Immediately after that, you're basically kind of manhandled, like just sort of shoved into the building is what you guess, because you know.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Well, technically, that would not be unopposed from me. That shoving and shoveling.
It's fair. Which does bring me to my next question: is as you're being pushed as best as you can tell into the building, does anybody like resist that, or do you go along with it for now?
Is my little cutting torch active, and how flammable are these bags?
They're like canvas bags. They're with like a coating. They're pretty thick, but your cutting torch would burn a hole through it probably, without like sending it up in flames.
Excellent. Did I tell if I'm on the ground or I'm like on dangling from the air? Or...
Somebody's holding the bag that you're in.
Okay. Maybe I'm gonna wait till I'm set down before I
okay.
start, burning holes and things.
That's fair.
And as for me, I'm not so much opposing as not moving. Well, I wasn't instructed to follow. I wasn't instructed to cooperate, so I essentially don't move. At least so. I guess we need to establish whether I'm pushed hard enough.
Okay. So when you don't move, there's a pause for you. And then a couple other people just come along and sort of hook their arms under yours and just pick you up and walk with you. It takes like 4 people, but they manage to get you inside.
Well, I'm a polite android. I will turn my head in the direction I hear my ranking officers, which pretty much is everybody in the crew. Excuse me. Should I cooperate with this?
No, you're good.
Okay, I turn my head strongly to one side because I guess people are on my sides. I'm sorry, I was not instructed to cooperate. Unfortunately, I can't.
They're just sort of like muttering that you can hear, but nothing really intelligible as they just keep carrying you. Eventually, unless there's anything that you want to do in transit, but if there's not, then eventually you'll...
Oh yeah, I will ask another question.
Yeah.
What should I do, actually? I'm asking aloud.
Wait.
I see.
Patience is a virtue. That's what old Skeeter always used to say.
All right. Well, eventually you are put into a small room that's very dark with one single very bright light pointing kind of in your faces as the bags are pulled off and sort of handcuffed to these chairs that you're sitting on. With the exception of New Skeeter, they're not quite sure what to do with you. So they just sort of, for the moment, one of them's just sort of holding the bag, right next to everybody. You're not far off the ground. They're sort of sitting in a chair while holding the bag off to the side.
Okay. Can I detect any like networks around?
Trying to remember how I had this set up last week. So you couldn't access it from the outside, but you could detect something was there. So yes, you can sense there are networks around inside.
Is there any strong enough I could try and smash my way in?
There is Wi-Fi. If you just sort of passively look at it, you can tell that it is like military grade security. So it would be very difficult, but you could certainly try.
Well, not much else to do.
All right. With a 27, you're able to poke around a couple of different places that doesn't really let you in. But you do get you get access to the break room computer. It's just a very basic, not connected to anything else in the building computer, but it does have internet access.
Yeah, all right then. I'm going to start live streaming this.
Okay. Amazing.
Hey guys, welcome to my live stream. I'm being
How you doing, folks? This here's Live Skater. I'm right here. I've been abducted by your government. We come here for some kind of fancy robot droids.
Oh my god. I assume you're not actually announcing this to the room.
No.
Okay.
That defeats the entire point of the joke.
Yeah. Just double checking, because I never know with Skeeter.
That is fair. That's really fair. That's fair.
Oh, Skeeter is so much chaos, and I love it. Okay, so yeah, you're able to start essentially live streaming your abduction. And yeah, they pull all the bags off except for Skeeter. You're sort of in the bag. It's not tied closed, so you could probably poke your head out of the bag if you wanted to without really alerting anyone.
I think I will.
Okay.
That's where my cameras are.
Yeah. So you've got that, and then there's just a big bright light shining right in eye level for everybody. And behind that is a tall, imposing figure with a very deep voice. Who says, "All right, who sent you here?"
Craig.
Got any wine?
Sorry. What was that part?
Got any wine?
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
Got any wine?
Oh.
No. Oh, got any wine?
So Skeeter said Craig, and then got any wine?
Somewhere.
The microcosm of this entire campaign.
Craig and got any wine? You're not wrong. From behind the light, you can all hear a gun being cocked, just around getting chambered like a handgun type thing. And the person says, "I'm going to ask you again, who sent you?"
Gentlemen, there is no need for violence in this situation. I brought us here.
And you are?
The Reverend Ambrose Rivera at your service.
And there's a pause. And you can kind of see, if you squint really hard, you can see someone next to the big shadow guy, essentially, sort of run off out of the room.
Yeah, I have the effect on people. Just kidding. I'm wearing sunglasses. Does that help my vision at all?
Sure, actually, you can make a sight roll since you're wearing sunglasses.
Yeah, buddy.
I just realized having Photoshop is actually going to be useful right now.
Yeah, there you go.
Because I can take stills in Photoshop.
Zoom and enhance, Skeeter.
Zoom
Zoom
and
and
enhance.
enhance.
Okay, that's what I'm doing the next little bit.
Okay. 17. You can't see a ton, but you can see the big guy sort of motion for the other one to leave the room after you say your name. And you get the sense that they're going to like check on that name.
Have fun with that.
Yeah, so somebody's probably going to be performing a background check on you here in the next couple of minutes.
Have fun with that.
Yeah. And the big guy, you can't really make out much in the way of identifying features because there's still a bright light and he's kind of in the dark. But you get a good feel for his height. He's probably around 6'2", very muscular, sort of broad shoulders, and definitely seems to be the one in charge. He's carrying himself very confidently. And once the other person's out of the room, he says, all right, we're going to check on that name. Why are you here, Reverend? This doesn't seem like a missionary building or a church to you, does it?
Oh, absolutely not. I told
But
you.
everything's a church where God is.
Yeah, sure.
The guy just looks over at Skeeter, poking up out of the bag. It's like, yeah, I'm not particularly religious, so I wouldn't know.
Well, that sounds like a personal problem. You really consider that? I mean, there's a lot of great religions there. I mean, I'm talking about like just off the top of my head. I mean, there's like there's a giant space lizards. There's the giant space pyramid. There's a giant space. There's Harold. Harold, like kind of like Harold, but he's kind of scary looking there. And then there's let's see, there's Super Jesus. There's regular Jesus. There's what was it? Craig.
Mecha Jesus.
Craig. Oh yeah, and Mega Jesus. Oh yeah, Mega Jesus. You can't forget Mega Jesus. I mean, frankly, I'm entirely honest. He's the best one.
He has the best fandom.
The guy just looks to Ambrose like, do you have a mute button for your toy?
I do
Nope.
not.
And that's by design.
So the guy holding your bag just like shoves your head back down in the bag and ties it.
You do realize that this bag isn't all that thick, right? I can still talk.
And you can, it's just slightly more muffled.
I'm gonna start singing show tunes then.
Amazing.
But
Question.
now I stated why we came here when you asked. I said I wish to purchase an android.
Okay, there's a couple of issues with that, and you know what? If you answer all of our questions and we're fine with these answers, maybe we'll let you buy one. But there's the matter that this isn't exactly, in the search listings under Android store. This is there's no.
You sure? Because that kind of sounds exactly like that. When that's how I found it. It was under the Android store. I mean, that's what I did.
They sigh again, and the person holding your bag just stands up, and you can feel yourself being carted out of the room.
Question.
Bye, Skeeter.
Yes.
Which for Skeeter will be an advantage, which we'll get to in a sec. But yeah, he looks at Ambrose again and says, yeah, it's not listed. There's not a marking on the building that says, androids are us. So how did you know to come here in the first place?
Well, you removed the source who was telling you.
Yeah, somehow I don't trust what the little weird robot toy was saying.
Okay. I don't know what to tell you then. because I sure didn't look it up.
Okay, so your robot friend found it for you, is what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. Friend will use that term lightly.
Good to know. And how did you, why specifically this place out in the middle of nowhere did you want to come buy an android from, not one of the many shopping places that you can purchase androids?
Because I believe you have a specific type of android that I want to purchase that I cannot purchase anywhere else.
And what type would that be?
Oh, those fancy new ones that everyone's trying to sponsor and the little war happening.
I see.
See, I don't want to sponsor one. I want one.
Oh, I just saw that. Also, he's still streaming, which makes me happy. Yes, that's fantastic. I see. Why do you want one?
I have my reasons, mostly just curiosity. As a person of spiritual inclination, I'm wondering what makes these androids so dang special. You see, the people that I lead, well, they have issues with technology. But something tells me there's something different about these androids. Else they wouldn't be asking for sponsorships in a war, would they?
Well, I mean, they're not. They specifically aren't. It's Bizco that's doing that, but
Yeah, but why would they be doing that? There's been countless androids created before, and I've never heard of sponsoring an android.
well, you
So
know,
why these ones?
you know, corporations, they're always looking for ways to squeeze more money out of things. But these are all questions that sound like something SME might want to know, which makes your visit here kind of suspect. So we're gonna look into a few things about you interesting people.
Oh, I can assure you, you'll find no link to me in SME or really any corporation.
We'll find out. We'll see about that. And they sort of walk out of the room, leaving Ambrose, Android, Alice, and Max just sort of in this dark room with that bright light, which is kind of warm. It quickly gets very uncomfortable in the room. And we'll pause there to go over to Skeeter. You can feel yourself being carried, and eventually you are carried into your own little room. And it's like an interrogation room, sans the dark room with the one big light, because it's not really going to bother you. So they just put you in like a standard sort of style interrogation room. And the person carrying your bag sort of unceremoniously dumps you out onto a table, and shuts the door and says, "All right, what were you saying about why you're here?"
You know, I think I entirely forgot. I think it was something about religion, maybe. That sounds about right. That sounds like something I'd say. Yeah, something about religion, but all godly stuff. Probably. I don't know. Frankly, I stopped paying attention about 20 minutes ago.
Right.
So,
How did you know to come to this building to buy or look for androids?
did search, looking for robots.
We don't show up on any normal search of just, hey, come here to buy androids. So,
Well,
what led you to this place?
Look. I got better search engine capability than just saying, find me a robot. I mean, you know who you was talking to? No, you don't. Check your privilege.
The guy sort of stands there and blinks for a second, like, What did I just listen to? Says, all right, well, if we can't figure out why you're here and how you figured out to come here, beyond we just want to buy a robot and we did a, search engine search for this place, then boss probably isn't going to like that. And when he doesn't like things like that, people tend to disappear. So,
Who's boss?
the big guy that you just saw in there.
Ah, yes, the big guy. Have I had enough time to like get a sort of picture from my Photoshop into the still?
Let's do a tech engineering roll. See how well you're able to get that going.
Then I'm also probably gonna need a. Ooh, pretty good.
23.
Yeah.
You've about got like what Ambrose has. You can tell their height,
Okay.
approximate weight. Like if you had a little bit more information, you might be able to start doing like a search for matches.
Okay, so I'm just shy. So I need to work. So I need to. Do I have enough from all the various stills if I start chaining them together that I could probably put that together?
Yeah, you can probably start working on it. You've got like a piece of the puzzle.
Okay.
So it's useful information. You just need to get a little bit more before you can
more time.
Put it together. Yeah. But yeah, you can probably start like going through a database of like residents of this area of Mars and trying to match builds and heights and stuff like that. Which will just take time.
Yeah. Chance needs to not be smashed with a brick.
Yeah.
Between then. Yeah.
So, if Skeeter doesn't want to say how he deduced that this place built androids.
Here's part of the problem there. I, as the player, do not remember how we came to this understanding, so I've just been faking it this entire time.
Okay, what I recall is that you started looking at like satellite imagery, like a Google Maps type thing, kind of figuring out like where's power going. Like, there's this big giant facility out in the middle of nowhere. That's curious.
Oh. All right, you ever thought of like getting like a roof, or maybe like something that said like not a giant illegal some shady facility out in the middle of nowhere? You ever thought of doing one of them? Because
have a roof.
That might make it a little bit easier. No, I mean like a proper roof, like one that like I don't know, doesn't make it clear that there's a giant thing out in the middle of nowhere. Because one of the things I learned when I was working with Old Skeeter, now I call him Old Skeeter, but he used to be just called Skeeter, but I called him Old Skeeter because he was my old man. I called him my pop. Really, I mean, he was made of meat. It was a fine thing. He was a good guy. But he's dead now. But I don't call him Dead Skeeter because that would be kind of like rude. I mean, you don't want to call anybody Dead Skeeter. That's not nice. So I call him Old Skeeter and I call me New Skeeter. That's the story of Skeeter. Okay.
This guy has pulled out a flask and is just drinking heavily from it, but they have to take notes because this is their job.
That poor bastard. All right. So here's one of the things that you learn. Like when you get giant things out in the middle of nowhere, you look at them and you go, maybe that isn't supposed to be there. Because usually when there's big giant things, there's like some sort of city around it, or like some kind of people, or maybe like some giant holes where like bombs or something is going off. But you ain't got none of them. So there's just a big old facility out in the middle of nowhere. So I mean, that's a 1-to-1 thing there. I didn't even have to go on to them what was the word? Internets. The internet. Is that what it's called there? I don't remember. I was not paying attention for about the last 10 minutes or so. Okay, let me start over. First, there was a man named Skeeter, and Skeeter needed some of the. And I'm going to proceed to go through the entire.
Yeah.
the entire backstory.
Smash
But I'm gonna
cut
add
to
more.
the rest of the crew just
Yes.
over here going,
I'm gonna-
bastards.
Yeah. I'm gonna add more details so they have to pay attention.
Yeah. This guy's just got the worst headache.
And
By
it's
the
only
way,
gonna get worse. Yeah.
if I could get a sight check from Skeeter, see if you
Okay.
notice something.
No.
No, you do not notice. Okay.
When once Skitter gets going, he's like focusing on that.
Okay. We're gonna
That's why I have
pause.
the won't shut up.
Yeah. We're gonna pause there. Head back into the other room with everyone else. It's been maybe 10 minutes. It's really warm in the room. Do you continue to wait, or is there anything that you want to plot or scheme? What would you like to do?
Well, I was ordered precisely, literally, to wait. So that's the answer to your question.
Hey, Android, would you be able to break these handcuffs if ordered to?
Would I? That's the question. Today.
Potentially, you could try a might roll. Androids do tend to be stronger than humans.
Well, I wouldn't know until I tried.
Fair. But I guess what would we do once we got our hands free? How long do you think till they take a sledgehammer to Skeeter?
I lack the data to provide you with exact answer.
I like to think that Ambrose accidentally really did say Scooter.
Yeah, like it.
Because the track record that those two have had together so far has not been
Yeah.
great. So I just
Yeah,
really like the thought that Ambrose is like, Scooter. No, wait a second,
Scooter.
not that.
That's
Skeeter,
his enemies.
Steve, whatever, like the bug, whatever.
No, I just have this mental image of Skeeter like hijacking a car, just driving by, going, "Catch a ride!"
Yes, that's happening now.
Absolutely.
That is now my goal in this entire thing.
Same, actually. Oh goodness. So does anybody answer, Ambrose?
Well, McGee gave me a pretty solid, honest answer.
That's fair.
What about you, Alice? You have any ideas?
That is a good question. Does Alice have any ideas? Well, you know, Alice's idea was to sit in a jail cell and just talk to Skeeter until somebody came to get them. So,
Fair.
I don't think he has any solid plans right now. No.
Fair.
All right.
Well, they don't seem very interested in the fact that I have more money than God, so, like... If we were to get out, that would probably hamper my... likelihood of getting an android. And probably none of us are armed. Are any of us armed? Did they like strip us of any weapons or anything like that?
Yeah, if you had any, they probably took them.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, if you say waiting is the best plan for you to get your Android purchased, may I propose fixing the AC in meantime?
Fixing the what?
Air conditioning.
Oh,
My
I mean,
my sensors tell me it's probably uncomfortably hot for you.
oh, it sucks in here. It's horrible in here. Yeah, I guess we could move this lamp. This is terrible. McGee, can you break out and do that?
Of course. I attempt to break the handcuffs.
All right.
Then.
Let's do a might roll for that.
Yes, I
24?
like that result. 27.
It takes you a couple of tries, but eventually they do. That little chain snaps on the handcuffs, and you are able to get up and move around.
I'm moving the lamp
All right.
180 because that was
Much
exactly
obliged, McGee. Much obliged.
and checking and trying to locate the AC like control panel in the room.
Gotcha. Excuse me. There is one, oddly enough, by the door. And you are able to turn the temperature down, and it cools off in the room, and it's much more comfortable.
How may I be of help now?
Well, I'm not super keen on these handcuffs. Can you get them off me too?
I try.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
imagine easier with my
Yeah.
hands in front of me.
You don't have to roll for that one. You're able to just break all of them if you want, so that everyone's free. Everybody's got fancy handcuff bracelets now, but you can move your arms around and everything. The door doesn't seem to be particularly well secured. It might be locked, but it doesn't look like it's got a padlock or anything like that on it, or no fancy keypads. And it's a solid door. It's no window.
And now this is just me thinking out loud, but is it just me, or did they basically just confirm that they do have the androids here? Just like on their own. In their
If they-
attempt to be like, well, what makes you think we have androids here? Like, it basically sounded like saying, yeah, we got androids, who told you? Like, am I wrong in thinking that?
To be
The
precise,
wine bot.
to be precise, if they confirm they didn't have any androids for sale here, they will be also passing information.
Yeah, you'd think that if they just straight up didn't have them here, they wouldn't entertain us like this, don't you think?
Standard interrogation tactics is to acquire information, not provide one.
Yeah, also they might just be really bad at their jobs.
Android, I think what the Reverend here is trying to say is that if somebody comes to your home and says, hey, I'm here for your dog, and you don't have a dog, you probably wouldn't go, well, who sent you? You just say, I don't have a dog, get out of my house. So by keeping us here and tying us up and, asking questions, you kind of read between the lines a little bit there, rather than just saying, we don't have androids, leave us alone.
Yes, but isn't asking who sent you the most effective way to get an answer to that question?
Yes, but then I ask you, why would they be concerned with who sent us if they didn't have what we were looking for? Make sense? I mean, logically speaking, if they just didn't have any, they didn't know what we were talking about, they would just send us on our way, wouldn't they?
From my experience, yes, that's how people act.
Precisely.
So maybe
So by-
we should.
Actions of these persons were more alike to actions of an android. If they had no interest in confirming or denying whether androids are here for sale or produced, and was interested only in acquiring information who sent us, then asking the question without providing any information back would be most efficient way to fulfill these goals.
Yeah, but androids are smart. People are dumb.
That also.
Could I get a gut feeling roll from everybody in the room?
I don't do gut feelings.
Okay. That's fair. 19, 8, and a 15. Okay, 19, 8, and a 15. So Maximilian, you get a little bit of a feeling about this. You start to wonder, like, about a different reason why someone might give someone they're interrogating more information. And you start to wonder if they have any intention of just letting you go.
Okay. I guess they're even gonna let us go in this situation.
Yeah. So, like, if you're just gonna kill someone anyways, you don't really care about what information you give them while you're trying to get information out of them. Essentially, is kind of that the feeling that you're getting.
Now that you've said that, I want to. Can Maximilian see if he hears anything? Like,
Absolutely.
Go up to the door.
Absolutely. Go ahead and do a hearing roll. Also, thanks for that raid.
Reconnaissance.
Thank you. I, for some reason, could not read that word. Thank you for that raid so much. Welcome in. I hope you had a good stream. Oh, okay. Reconnaissance. Oh, I get it. That's awesome.
Welcome to the Now Network, honey.
All right. Thanks so much for that follow. 26. Yeah, you can hear a little bit of shuffling outside the door. It sounds like there's maybe one or two people talking to each other, but the door's kind of thick, so it's hard to make out words. But you can tell that they're right on the other side of that door, and they are talking back and forth.
Okay. I think chances are that they're probably not going to just let us leave here alive, to be honest with you. I think the writing's on the wall from how long we've been here, and we do have information that we're not meant to be privy to. There's no reason to keep us, not dead, and they don't want anyone to know that information. There's two outside. I think we should do... Who can fake illness?
Here's in the other room.
That is a possibility, a good option. But if they're going to kill us anyway, then I doubt they're going to care if one of us is ill.
Is this still a hypothetical discussion, or do you suggest are we in danger?
Oh, I think we're fully in danger, and I think they fully mean to kill us, which is why they don't really care about giving us information. Which is why, either way, there's 4 of us in here, 2 of them out there. If we just open the door, and likely that doesn't go well, is what I think.
So I'm not speaking up. I'm asking you, Raven, only. What's the range on that ship ring?
You're linked to the ship. You're probably out of range this far out. Unfortunately.
Oh,
So you're suggesting we maybe
that's a good
lure
idea.
those two gents in here and jump them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm down. They might be armed though.
Exactly, which is why a distraction would be needed. Which is why I find myself needing to go to the bathroom.
Well, I mean, you're the one consuming the most alcohol. Are you at the point where you can basically puke on command?
I don't know.
Fair.
Like a reverse stamina roll. Like,
You know what? Sure. Let's do a physical fortitude roll
Oh, well,
and
put it like that, probably.
see how you're feeling.
Surprisingly well.
Well, with an 18, I'm gonna say that you feel like you could probably get yourself there to where you might throw up.
Okay.
Maybe have somebody like punch you in the stomach
Okay.
real quick and then you'll throw up.
So I've either got to insult a guard or the Reverend's got to slug me one.
Not in this suit. You're not Alice. You can punch him.
Oh, relax. Buy a new one, chap.
True. I still don't want to get puked on.
Right.
We should probably pretend to be bound if we're going to do any sort of plan.
I don't even know if I could punch you hard enough to like make you puke. What's my?
not the aim, not the force.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
It would be a might roll, right?
It'd probably just be a melee attack, really. The damage doesn't really matter because it's already kind of queasy.
Yeah, fair.
While you're while you're all like drawing straws to see who's gonna punch Maximilian, we're gonna
Who's gonna punch the old man to make him puke?
we're gonna hop back over to New Skeeter. In your room, you have fully exhausted this person's patience, and
Now you see, at this point, now there's all criminals around, and I say, no, dude, you're not locked in here. You're not locked in here with me. I'm locked in here with you. No, wait, no, it's the other way. No, it's. I said it was real clever. It was real clever. That's all I know. It was real clever. It was real nice.
They sort of just-
would have
just-
made great in the movie.
wave you off as they just walk out the door and close it, leaving you in the interrogation room all by yourself.
Oh boy, fantastic. Can I sense where the nearest, largest source of the Wi-Fi is?
Yeah. I'm trying to think where you are in the building.
'Cause I'm
Probably
gonna start
would be
burning through walls until I get to it.
Probably would be a hub in the hallway outside of your room. So like
Okay.
as you're facing the door, that direction, maybe
Okay.
25, 30 feet away.
How thick are the walls?
I mean, the walls are decently thick.
Okay, are they solid, or do they have like
they're
there's structures on the inside?
they're like cinder blocks.
Okay. So
The-
yeah, I know. Okay.
The door is
I know.
metal. And
The doors are irrelevant.
okay.
I don't need any doors. Doors are for plebeians. I'm a new skater. I'm Captain New Skater. I'm classy.
Okay.
I'm going to burn a hole into the wall, and then I'm going to crawl up through to hit the whatever the hub is from behind. So there's just going to be a little hole. There's going to be a little hole there, and then nothing, and then I can get in, burn another hole into it, and see what I can do with actual physical access.
Okay. How good are cutting torches at getting through concrete? I've never had that situation come up before.
I don't know.
not really.
I figure if I can get it weakened enough that he can sort of ram through it. Like it just needs to weaken this kind of needs to weaken the cinder block part. Because if it's built up on cinder blocks, then there's usually little routes through.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, what do I have you roll for this? Let's go with mechanical engineering. This feels like demolition style stuff. 17. It's gonna take you a little while.
Okay.
If you still want to go this route.
The thing is, I can't think of. Well, how close am I to the other room?
You're probably like the next room over.
Okay. Do the doors look like they're controlled through some like tech controlled, or are they like physical?
It's
blocks?
just your standard physical metal door with no window.
Okay.
Not that I'm trying to give you hints or suggest anything, but just as a note, cutting torches go real great through metal. Just as a thought.
Yeah. If well, actually, at that point, if I can get into their room, I can have somebody pick me up and just so I don't have to climb up the wall to burn the lock out of the other door.
That's true.
Yeah, do that. That sounds like it. That sounds it. Then I can get one of them to throw me at a router, so I can do my shenanigans that way. Also, still live streaming and still working on the Photoshop.
Okay.
I'm multitasking.
With the Photoshop thing, you're able to get some matches. There's like 5 matches that you have right now. A couple of farmers, a freighter pilot that lives on Mars, and a couple of people that are actually dead, but they do match. They're recently deceased. But they do match that. That build. Yeah.
Damn base.
So, if you'd like to cut through the door, we can do one more mechanical engineering roll, and we'll see how you do there. 18. Yeah. You're able to get a door cut. I assume you want it to be, at ground level, so it's kind of out of sight a little bit. As you get that hole cut, you can crawl through it, and it looks like sort of like an office building sort of hallway. All the walls are cinder blocks, which is a little less office building-ish, I guess.
Yeah.
But they're painted a nice taupe color, and there's like in this part of the building, there's a drop ceiling with your standard fluorescent lights. The hallway just sort of leads down. There's an opening to the left, which you assume is where you came from. And then it just kind of keeps going. The building's really long, so the hallways are also pretty long. There's nobody guarding your door at the moment. So for the moment, you don't see any people.
Okay. I'm going to do 2 things because I'm no longer running. So I no longer have the run times on the Photoshop thing. I'm going to start masking or set up something to mask everybody, all the crew's faces on the live stream, because that's still going.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go and try and find their door and cut my way in.
Okay. You're able to find their door very quickly. It's literally the next room over, and you can cut a hole in there and get into the room with everyone. The people guarding their door also seem to have left, so you don't run into anyone.
All right. Now, somebody needs to pick me up so we can burn this lock out and get y'all out of here.
Oh, that was quick.
Yeah, I'm good at what I do. I don't do much, but what I do, I'm really good at.
I'd say you do too much, Skeeter. Get up here.
That's fair. All right.
Well, if
I like to
for-
imagine that Skeeter walked in on one person holding Max like by the arms and another person like with their face like,
Well, I'm sure there's a story behind this, but I don't think we quite have time for that. But I do want to hear the entirety of the story.
Oh, I will tell you entire story later because I have questions as for its meaning.
All right, that sounds good to me.
If we are escaping the room after all,
Oh,
shouldn't I just open it?
I don't know. Now, some of it was locked, but I can't really check because I'm 3 inches tall.
there are any guards posted outside it?
Nope, they all left, which is concerning, generally speaking, in any of these kinds of top secret facilities. I do, however, know who our guy might be. I mean, he dead, but that doesn't always seem to stick with these corporate types.
Oh no, I've died like 10 times.
Yeah, I figured. You seem the type. I mean, no
Yeah.
offense, but you do
Oh,
seem
no.
the type. Yeah.
You definitely got that one right.
Bad bros.
Bonding.
So I'm gonna just try to
fraud.
open the door.
It swings open easily.
Well, I feel
Well, that's
silly.
troubling.
I guess let's. Well,
I want some more information. So if somebody could hold me up next to a router so I can burn a hole in it, so I need some access.
I'd be happy to help. Where do you want to
I'm
be
gonna,
held?
I'm gonna point him to where the where I saw the router
Okay.
was, and just like let me up there.
As you walk over there, you can see it's right next to a room. It's got like the big window with like the metal mesh between the panes, so it's like impact resistant glass. And there's a door.
like a production window.
Yeah. And there's a door that goes into it that's open, and inside are a bunch of weapons. There's like handguns and shotguns and SMGs, radios, whole bunch of stuff.
How fancy does that lock look?
The door's open on the...
Well, all right. You guys do you. I ain't got no combat protocols, so that ain't gonna be anything. So why don't you let me get into that router there while you get your stuff.
All right. Everyone will have time to get their stuff while Skeeter's getting into the router, and then around the same time that everybody gets geared up, Skeeter, you're able to get into the router, but as soon as you do, the power cuts off to this part of the building, and those red like emergency lights kick on.
We need to get out of here real quick, like right now. Everybody, like, just pick me up and everybody run. Just pick a direction. We just running.
Yeah.
Is there
Question.
like any alarm?
No alarms.
They dropped the power out. And everybody gone. Yeah, let's run away. That sounds like a good thing. That sounds good to everyone. I don't want to have to pull like a whole captain thing because that's a shaky position at best. But yeah, we need to get the hell out of here.
What were you gonna say, Corlex? Yeah.
Do I remember the way from the entrance to here?
Kind of, but I guess because you are an android, you'd have the like positioning.
Exactly, like 90 degree turn right, 90 degree turn left. How many
like
Fs and so on.
like the general direction, but maybe not so much like where the walls and doors are between here and there. So you've got like a rough direction on where to go, but maybe not know which doors to access or things like that. We'll say that, and then as Skeeter says everyone should run, there are a couple of smoke grenades that come clinking down the hall towards you and go off smoke starts sort of billowing into the hallway. And that's where we're going to take a break. So when we come back, we'll find out what this is all about and what our folks are going to do. Also, to our cast here, feel free to pick out what weapons that you want to take for when we get back from the break. We'll be back in 15 minutes, so go grab snacks, drinks, anything that you need to do, and we'll be right back. And we are back. Sorry about the extra weight there. Just covering a couple of combat rolls because dude, they're gonna need it.
I
So
decided to get really weird with it.
yeah, I had to quickly write some new rules for Skeeter to make it work. It's gonna be great though. So for those who are just joining us from the raid, our party got kidnapped in a facility that allegedly makes special androids, combat androids, and they kind of just very easily, too easily, in fact, escaped their holding cells and got access to a bunch of weapons. And then shortly after that, the power went out. The red emergency lights came on, and smoke grenades got thrown into the hallway that they're in. And that kind of catches you all up on the situation. So now there's all this smoke in the air. The iconic image of red laser beams from a laser sight start showing up in the smoke. And we're going to go into combat order here. No, they are not your cult members coming to save you.
He would have mowed him down either way.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That tracks.
So I need swiftness rolls from everyone. All right, so Android
20.
20. Max is 17. Oh no. The Reverend is 7. And then Alice is 13. And then Skeeter, I'll just have you go on. Android's turn. And let's see
That tracks.
we're gonna have for my dice. Let's see what we're gonna have for the other side of this. It's a 19. Okay. So we're gonna have McGee's first, then the other side, then Max, then Alice, then the Reverend. So McGee and Skeeter, you two are up first, and you can. You've got a second here, so you can assess the situation. Feel free to ask questions about your surroundings before you make a decision on what you're going to do.
How many dudes do we have in front of us
It's
that we can tell-ish?
yeah, it's hard to tell. There are at least 5 of those little red laser sight beams that you can see.
How tightly clustered are they?
They look like they're decently spread out, like you would expect like a SWAT team in a movie to move.
Okay.
Like they definitely seem to be moving in a coordinated effort, sort of in a line, but not standing shoulder to shoulder. You can't see any figures or people or anything, but you can follow the little laser beam to kind of know where to aim if you want to shoot at one of them.
I was thinking I was going to try and broaden it so that we, have a sort of trying to hit things with the side of a barn.
Okay.
Just up the chances, because if we don't know where everybody is, then as well.
Yeah, go ahead and do a tech engineering roll. See if you can. You do have an advantage.
That sounds like a good time to use your advantage.
That I forgot to put on the board earlier, but
Yeah.
you do have one. Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, that's much better.
Yeah, you could probably hit about 3 of them at a time with this now, instead of just one.
Yes. All right. All right. I've done my part.
I need to ask a question too.
Yeah.
But it's a question to Skeeter.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Are we supposed to defend now?
We are defending us from them. So please use violence. Because they're going to use violence against us real quick.
Clearly. No, I'm not saying this aloud. That's the same just as a player. I like clear instruction. Use violence now is very clear instruction. I simply aim and shoot.
All right.
Nothing more needs to be said.
Go ahead and make a combat roll for that. With this particular gun, I'm gonna say you could choose ranged or tech, whichever one's works better for you, because it kind of falls under both categories for this one.
None.
Okay.
No difference.
All right.
Okay, rolling.
Oh no. You do have an advantage as
I also
well.
have an advantage. Yes.
Okay. We'll go ahead and use that.
Wow.
All right. That's a little better.
That's why I decided to have a big spread.
I'm gonna have them roll it at disadvantage because they're not expecting this. Which worked out well because they got a nat 1 on the second roll. So yeah, you hit all 3, and you can sort of see the laser beams from these laser sights sort of flail everywhere, as 3 people clearly have been knocked to the ground.
Can I use bonus action?
Yeah, you can absolutely try.
I mean, I'm just standing and pressing the button. Oh, come on.
Oh,
Okay.
all right. Didn't get the bonus action on that one. But yeah, you knocked over 3 people and did some damage. Their turn next. The 3 that fell are gonna stand back up. And so they're kind of just recovering from that. The other 2 are gonna start shooting. I'm going to roll here to see who they sort of end up shooting at. 4, because Skeeter's too small to really hit at the moment. So 1, 2, 3. Ambrose, they're shooting at you. I know.
Rude. I'm taking that personally.
Alright. Since you haven't had a chance to do anything yet this combat, what defense would you like to use? I'm assuming dodge. Or deflect, rather.
I was gonna say, no, I was gonna go with deflect. Yes, deflect.
Or, no, I had it right the first time. Dodge has the bonus versus ranged.
Oh, you're right.
I said it wrong the first time.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're right. Crap. I've been putting my points on the wrong thing. Anyway. Okay. So
Alright.
just dodge.
Yeah, so it's a 21 on that attack. Oh,
Are you kidding
versus
me?
ranged. Versus ranged, it's 25. So you beat it.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
And the second one, 6 plus. Okay, so that's gonna be 15 on the second one. $22. Nice. So they miss you.
Hey.
And then Max, it is your turn. Or Maximilian.
All right. I'm just gonna line up a shot, I suppose.
All right. There are there's one to the left and one to the right that you can not so much see the person, but you can trace the little laser sight back to a position to shoot at.
Aim right.
Okay.
So, those are right pal.
All right, and that is gonna hit. So, yeah, you can hear sort of a grunt sound, and that laser beam gets kind of shaky on the laser sight, and you can tell you definitely hit someone and did some damage.
Nice.
And then, do you want to stay in the hallway, or because you can still move too? That's the same case for Android. You can kind of stay in the hallway, or you can use that room as sort of cover and sort of lean out.
Absolutely gonna seek cover.
Okay. Is Mickey and Skeeter going to do the same thing?
I mean, I would rather try to do the opposite. Draw the fire to myself to protect the
Okay.
meatier part of the crew. So, I make myself more of a target.
All right. And then I forgot to ask, what defense is Android using?
Oh, I have only one defense I plan to use in this game, in general.
Okay.
Block.
Block? Okay.
Yes. I simply take the shots.
All right. And then how about for
That's my-
Max?
Yeah, dodge.
Dodge. Dodge is going to be your most advantageous in this situation for most of this fight.
A firefight, dodge.
Okay. And then Alice. They are also using dodge, by the way. Alice, what would you like to do?
I'm assuming I can still see laser sights. Is that correct?
Yeah, there's the one to the right is kind of shaky. There are 3 in the middle that are sort of getting back up. And then the one to the left is still steady.
Let's go for the left, I guess.
Okay.
All right. So I'm assuming Alice just took like a pistol or something.
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll for that.
14. That's gonna hit. We'll do 7 damage. So there's again another grunt that laser beam sort of sways back and forth as obviously someone is injured. And it does some damage. Would you like to stay in the hallway or try to duck back into that room?
Yeah, he's gonna take cover.
Okay. And then what defense would you like to use?
Dodge.
Dodge. All right.
Yes.
And then last but not least, the Reverend. What would you like to do?
So are any of them still up?
Yeah, the one on the left and the right are still standing. They're just injured. And then the 3 in the middle are getting back up.
I'm gonna go for the more middle area.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
13.
Mm.
That one will miss.
Boo.
If you do have stamina points, you can always try for a bonus action to shoot again.
Do I? I should have stamina
Let's
points.
see. Most everybody should have at least 1. If you have a 0
Good.
stamina score, then that's concerning.
There's nothing there.
It's literally, unless you have a certain asset, it's literally just your stamina score is how many points you have.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll use the stamina point.
Okay.
Just
Yeah, just hit.
roll it again.
Yeah, just hit the bonus action button,
Oh, okay.
and it'll roll to see if you get the action. You do.
Yay!
So yeah, then you just deduct 1 stamina point, and then go ahead and attack again.
What the fuck?
Well,
What happened?
I rolled again. I didn't. I
There
don't
we
know
go.
how I did, but
There we go. Yeah, it didn't show up for me until just now. Okay, so a 12. Yeah, they're gonna dodge that one too. Sorry.
bummer.
But it looks impressive.
Cool.
widespread.
Yeah, you look very cool with your SMG there.
Nice.
And then I assume you want to keep using dodge.
Yes, please.
Okay. All right, then we'll go back up to the top with McGee and Skeeter.
All right.
Because I have no somebody removed my optimized combat protocols. So I'm moving simply forward to shorten the distance.
Okay.
I'll work on fixing that.
You've still got the gun still set to the wide sort of beam of concussive energy.
So I walk with steady, relaxed pace and keep shooting.
Oh, that's disconcerting. If you're on the other side of that,
Makes me so happy.
right? Go ahead and make your attack roll. Yeah.
Yeah.
The folks in the middle sort of have wised up a bit. They ducked.
and walking is not good for my aim.
It's fair. Yeah, they've ducked down and missed. You can go for the bonus action if you'd like, or
Okay. Yeah, my last one.
All
Also
right.
inefficient use of resources, but well, yes.
Hey,
So I keep walking and keep pressing that trigger.
14.
I mean,
That's gonna hit.
I could negotiate use that my android skill is in use as mechanical precision of sorts.
Yeah. Also, I just noticed Skeeterized Cannon. It's a fantastic name. Yeah, that one hits. So they duck, but they weren't expecting the second shot. So you get them again. The three in the middle go down again. Don't take as much concussive damage this time, but they are knocked prone again, so they're gonna have to get back up. You could say they get knocked down and then they get up again. You're welcome for that. Next is their turn. Pretty sure B's gonna kill me.
Yeah.
All right. The other side's turn. 3 of them are getting up again, so they're not going to be shooting. The other 2 are going to shoot at Max and Alice, since those are the 2 that injured them. Alice, I'm real sorry, buddy. They got a nat 20. Go ahead and roll your dodge.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Did you say roll dodge?
Yeah, roll dodge. You might get a nat 22. You never know. Nope.
Absolutely not.
All right. So
If you die, I'll rebuild you.
it's gonna be. Oh hey, it's only 2 damage because they rolled a 1 on the damage die.
Nice.
Never mind.
So they got a crit on you and dealt a whopping 2 damage. And then for Max, it's gonna be a 16 versus your dodge. You handily get out of the way of that. And that's gonna be their turn. So Max, it'll be your turn again.
Yeah, just gonna return fire at the one that tried to shoot me just then.
All right.
Hopefully.
Nice. Yeah, that's gonna hit. So that'll be 8 damage. There's another grunt from over there. And laser sight beam sort of shakes again. They're still standing though. But yeah, you did manage to do a good bit of damage to them. Would you like to try for a bonus action or pass turn?
I'll try it. Why not? Why not? Right.
Nice, you got it.
Oh, nice. Okay, so I'm out of stamina points.
But you get another action.
But get another action, which means another shot. My eyes.
That one will miss, unfortunately. But you do cause one of them to duck a little bit, so it looks cool at least. Alice, your turn next.
I'm going to shoot at the left again.
Okay.
17.
17. That's gonna hit.
Sweet. 6 damage.
Nice. Yeah. Again, another grunt. The laser shakes for a little bit, and then restudies again, and yeah, did decent amount of damage. You all know that if it does seem a little odd that they're still continuing to just keep shooting and moving forward, even though they're taking this much damage. So that does seem a little odd, just as a sort of note there. And then it'll be the Reverend's turn.
Okay. Now, Kitten, is there still too much like smoke, like see these guys?
I think by now it's starting to die down a bit. If you'd like, you can make a sight roll to see if you can spot anything.
I would like to. No.
Yeah, it's still too smoky over there for you to see much.
Fair enough. Yeah, I guess I'll shoot again.
Okay.
I'll go for the left.
All right.
Oh no.
Oh no. You do have an advantage as well if you'd like to cash that in.
Yeah, I think I will.
Okay.
Just roll again.
Yeah. 28, much better. Yeah, that's gonna hit. So you 10 damage to the one, you said the left?
Yeah.
The one on the left goes down. There you can hear a pretty loud thud and the clatter of a gun on the floor.
Is the thud abnormal?
It does sound pretty heavy. Like it's got to be. Your best guess would be that that's a pretty big, beefy sort of guy to make that loud of a noise. Unless it's not a guy.
Can I roll something? Because, like, I know what it is, but...
Let's see. You haven't used a bonus action this turn, right?
Correct.
If you wanted to try to look again, I would say that needs an action, so you'll need a bonus action for that.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, your stamina points will refill after combat, so there's...
Yeah. Sure.
They're a pretty refillable resource.
21.
21? And you were looking, sorry, for what specifically again?
Just to see, like, who are these guys? Like,
Yeah. You're able to see now with a 21 as the smoke starts to clear a little bit. You can see the one that fell. And they are in like SWAT style armor. But you can see that the one that went down has like a translucent, almost transparent, like skull. There's like a human face, but it's sort of like put onto what looks like an unfinished android head, and inside that little head, it looks an awful lot like a brain, like a squishy brain.
Well, that's bad. Good for me, bad for everything else.
Yep.
Can I inform everyone to aim for their heads?
Sure. That is. Talking is always a free action.
Aim for their heads, they got brains.
All right. And on the heels
But
of
they're
that,
not human.
and on the heels of that is McGee's turn. So, what's your reaction to that news?
I'm as a player, I'm kind of impressed. As a character, not really. Doesn't bother me either way.
Okay. I was really curious about McGee's reaction because I'm like, McGee's either going to be completely unfazed or is going to be super freaked out about it. I figured there probably wouldn't be a middle ground, so I was really curious to see what it
No,
was going to
why should I? Nothing confusing about the fact.
be. Okay.
I mean, at least in tactical sense of situation.
Yeah. All right.
So
Well-
I'm keep walking and keep shooting.
All right. There.
Unless I reached melee range on somebody.
You're not quite in melee range yet, but there are 4 targets to choose from at this point. The one on the right who's taken some damage, and the 3 in the middle who have taken some damage, but it's non-lethal and it hasn't been quite as much as the one on the right.
I think current these tactics keeping them down has worked for us so far.
Yeah, it's the reason a lot of y'all haven't taken more damage.
So I keep advancing and keep aiming at the
Okay.
focused group.
Skeeter, did you want to try to do anything extra on this?
Yeah. Can I sense anything from these?
Uh,
Feel anything?
Yeah, you probably would be able to. You can tell that they're not human. It
Okay.
To your specific unique senses, it feels like androids. You don't have a way to like connect to them, but
Do I know of any like tones or anything like that that'll kind of mess up androids a bit?
you can roll education. We can find out.
Hey. Oh, Skeeter, you so dumb.
Yeah, nope.
Yeah, he dumb.
That was a good thought, but
He's so smart. He dumb.
yeah, nothing comes to your robot mind at the moment.
Yep. That's fair.
So no changes on the gun. I can
No,
shoot.
I
at
think-
least.
Okay.
Yeah, it seems the widespread knock 'em down seems to be working really well. So I don't see any reason to modify.
All right.
Okay. So I'm shooting.
Oh no. All right.
I mean, I keep getting closer to the target. How can I miss? But apparently I can.
All right. Let's see how bad this nat 20 is gonna be. Okay, it's not gonna be that, or nat 1. Sorry. How bad it's gonna be? It's not gonna be that bad. So your gun doesn't explode or anything like that. I
I'm
think
really
for
glad of
Skeeter-
that.
yeah.
Really glad of that.
I think what's gonna happen is maybe it jams for a second, and while you're trying to unjam it, it sort of it ends up pointed towards the floor, and it chooses that moment to unjam and fire. So you and Skeeter just sort of get launched back a bit and end up on the ground, sort of back by everybody where you started.
That tracks.
You don't take any damage, but you are prone. And you're back where you started. So yeah, that's where that ends up.
Yep. If I were not android, I would think about how that's an allegory of life in general.
Right. Good.
Alas, I'm not.
Yeah. Good news is it's their turn next, and because you're on the ground, you're not as much of a target for them at the moment. So I guess
but I kind of wanted to be, so that's bad news.
That's fair. Good news for Skeeter then, I guess. All right. So we've got most everybody else has taken cover. So probably gonna do. I don't want to do this. Let's roll and see who they target next. So yeah, they actually the dice have spoken. They are going to target Android anyways, even though you're on the ground. For the first 2 out of the 4 that are attacking. That is a 17 on the first one. And then a 15 on the second one. So 17 and 15 to Android for block.
Oh, I have to roll defenses, right? I thought that I'm prone, that means they hit me.
No, you can still block.
Okay. 12 and 16.
Okay, so the first one will hit, the second one will not. Oh, there it is. Alright, so let's go. My goodness, I am retiring this die. That is 1 damage.
Well.
On a D10.
Well. This will take a lot of time in this space.
Yeah. So you take 1 damage, and then the other 2 are going to target. Let's see here. That's going to be Alistair and Ambrose. You have cover, so I'm going to let you roll defense at an advantage on that. All right, one
Both
going.
of us?
Yeah, because Alice, you're in the room too, right?
Yeah, he ducked out for cover too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one coming towards Alice is going to be a 23. Oh no! But you get advantage because you got cover.
Oh, right.
Oh, so close!
Oh goodness.
Still take some damage. Let me get a different.
I'd kind of rather the 14. That's just me.
Right. All right, we're gonna grab a different D10 now. 8. There we go. There's some actual damage. So you'll take 8 damage.
Great. You love to see it.
And then for Ambrose, that is going to be a math is hard. A 25. So that will hit. For 2 damage.
I don't have advantage?
Oh, that's right, you do. Sorry. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and roll again.
I was like, what?
You're right. You're right.
Oh, never mind.
Okay, it's 2 damage.
Got it.
And Yeah, that is their turn. So we'll go back up to Maximilian.
All right, yeah. Again, just is the one on the right still up?
Barely, but yes.
Barely. Well, let's not keep him waiting.
An 18. They got a nat 1, so yeah, that's gonna hit. You said you're aiming to the one on the right?
Yeah.
Yeah, with their nat 1 and 9 damage on your gun, they're just gonna, they're done. They collapse to the ground. You have successfully taken them out. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, I'm still where I am.
Alright. Then Alice, it'll be your turn next. For Alistair?
Sorry, I didn't think you said Alistair. That was my bad.
No worries, I said Alice.
I heard Alex, and I was like, they're not in this game.
Wrong game. All right, sorry, that was my bad because my ears are absolute crap.
No worries.
All right, so who is still kicking on the other side again?
There are the 3 in the middle.
3 in the middle.
Yeah. They haven't taken
All
any
right.
bullet damage, but they have taken some disorienting damage.
Right. Okay. I'm just gonna aim at the middle and hopefully it hits somebody.
All right.
All right. Let's see.
So an 8.
Of course. Why wouldn't it be an 8?
Yeah, they're gonna dodge that one.
Yeah.
Sorry. If you've got stamina points, you can try for another action.
I mean, yeah. Why not? Let's. We're doing it anyway. I'll do my bonus action then.
All right. Yep, you got it.
Sweet. All right. Let's roll
again.
that attack again. 17. A little bit better.
That one will hit.
Sweet. 6 damage.
So the one in the middle takes 6 damage, and combined with the concussive damage and everything, and Ambrose telling everyone to aim at the head, I'm going to say that middle one's going to go down as well.
Sweet.
And then it will be the Reverend's turn. So you got 2 left.
I'm gonna go for one of those 2 in the middle.
All right.
Let's see here.
We'll say it's the left one.
Okay. And also in the Reverend's mind, he's thinking of a way to snag one of those.
Okay. Like the whole android?
Well, unless those heads are detachable, which I doubt they are.
Probably not easily.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe if he asks McGee nicely.
It's worth a try, I suppose.
Yeah, but right
Actually,
now,
Skeeter
more
with the
worried
cutting
about not
torch.
dying.
Skeeter with the cutting torch is probably going to be the cleaner.
Yeah,
We
but
do
will
that,
Skeeter
get more.
agree to that is the issue.
It depends on how you present it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
What am I doing? Oh yeah, shooting
attack.
a gun. Right, shooting a gun. Bullet words.
$12, that's gonna miss. They got an 18.
Boo.
Alright. Then that'll be back up to the top of the order with McGee.
I cast a look at the table. Were there any assault guns with grenade? Okay, were there any grenade launchers or something like that?
Oh, good question. No grenade launchers. There are rifles though, like what Max has.
Nah. I wanted something.
Uh-oh.
We lost.
We lost Skeeter. sure
So-
we'll get him back here pretty soon.
If there are no explosives, then I'm sticking to what I have.
All right.
So, standing up and continuing to the advance. Does this consume my action?
You can get up, but moving forward would be an additional action. So you can stand and shoot if you want, or stand and move.
Well,
I suppose technically you could crawl forward and shoot, but
nah.
that would be a little more awkward.
Yeah. So, is there any? Okay. I'm thinking about changing the approach a little. Is there any way I can stand in the line between them and the crew? More? I mean, more than I did.
I suppose technically you could you could just stand in front of the door and let everybody use you as cover. Technically speaking.
Oh. Yeah, but then I can't advance on the to the melee range. Okay, so no change in the plan. I will shoot. Technically, we should wait for Skeeter.
Alright. Yeah, I
For
don't.
B.
Yeah, I haven't
Let's check.
got a message back. I'm wondering if the internet went down over there. I haven't seen a message on Discord either.
Yeah, let's.
We'll just go ahead and have you shoot, and then if we need to, we can adjust it from there when he gets back.
Okay. Shooting the cannon then. Yeah.
5.
No.
Yeah, no, they dodge. They got a nat 20 to dodge. All right then.
Yeah. I think with all my rolls today, maybe nobody told me to aim this gun.
I suppose that's possible. All right, welcome back.
Yeah. Fantastic. Rabble.
There we almost go. There we go. Now everybody's in the right spot again. Just shot at the two that were left, but Android rolled a 5, so they dodged. That's pretty much all that's happened. It's their turn. They're gonna shoot at Android and miss terribly unless you roll a 1 on your dodge or block rather.
It has happened before.
It's true. Okay, you're good. The second one, got a 10. So go ahead and roll again. 13. Nope. You're good. So they miss both times, and then it's Max's turn.
Alright. I mean, lots of rinse and repeat.
Okay.
Once again. Rifle aimed.
Yeah, that's. Yep, definitely gonna hit. Yeah, you take out the one on the right. There's just one left now.
Very nice.
And then it'll be Alice's turn.
Okay, so for my dumb little gremlin brain, just to reiterate, where are we all placed again?
It's pretty much everybody's in that little room.
We all just packed on in.
Yeah, and then
Love that.
Mickey is outside of the door, sort of acting as additional cover.
Right.
And there's one android left in the hallway.
Right, 1. Okay, that's what I wanted to know. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna shoot and hope for the best.
All right, go ahead and roll. 19. That's gonna hit, and yeah, that will be enough to take that one down, and you are officially out of combat for the moment.
Huzzah.
So you just took out a squad of 5 very strange androids. What are you gonna do now?
I'm gonna go get a closer look at them.
Yeah,
Alright.
I continue to advance too.
All right.
Do they have any more smoke bombs? That's my question.
Yeah. Each one has 1 smoke bomb on them, 1 smoke grenade.
Fantastic. I'll take them all.
All right. Those rifles they were using are still functioning as well. If anybody wants to grab those are easily looted. And yeah, give me a sight roll for inspecting the androids themselves.
Let's see here.
With a 20, you can see that these look kind of like almost like prototype designs. They're clearly not polished and sort of made for distribution. Not all the parts have that synthetic skin on them. Some of them are just metal, but they do have very human faces. Just no hair, and the back of their head is translucent, transparent. With looks like a squishy human brain inside of it. I think you're muted there.
Yeah, sorry.
And we lost B again.
Yeah, we did.
Darn it, because I need to talk to Skeeter.
Oh no.
McGee, you're a strapping android. You think you could toss one of these bad boys over your shoulder?
Of course.
Thanks so much. Could you grab this one whose brain hasn't been blown out by a gun?
So I take a look at those and pick the one least damage.
Okay. Yeah, there's one of the ones that was in the middle. The head's fine. And
Was that a sales presentation?
would be one hell of a sales pitch.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about the rest of you, but I think we should be probably making ourselves scarce.
Oh no, I'm sure this is just the warm up for the party that we're obviously going to.
Hi again.
Welcome back.
Yay.
Raven, a question. So,
Yeah.
Because I have one slung over my shoulder, how much does it weigh?
It's very heavy. You're probably going to be slowed down a little bit if you're carrying this thing. It would be the equivalent would be an average strength and weight human carrying another average weight and strength human.
So I mean, it's not a human body with some extra plastics. It's android with human brain, clearly.
Yeah.
Also, that answers my question. If I can take another.
Doubtful. So yeah, the combat is over. You got them all down, and the smoke's clearing in the hallway. You don't hear anything else coming for you at the moment, and the end of the hallway looks clear if you want to try to make your escape.
Sounds good.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
I assume my live stream died when the power did.
Oh yeah, probably did.
Okay. I will be continuing to record everything.
Okay.
Just, to send it later.
That's fair.
Gotta complete the story.
All right. And then
One additional question: were the guns they were using exactly the same Maximilian did?
No, these look a little nicer. They're D10 rifles,
Oh,
so they're quite nice. There's 5 of them that are just sitting there.
okay. I assume I can grab one.
Okay.
So I will.
And yeah, that'll be a +1 rifle that does D10 damage.
Oh, then I'll grab one as well.
They're quite nice.
Say hello to my little friend indeed.
Yeah. So it'll give you a +1 on your attack. So it's easier to hit things because it's got a laser sight on it.
Shoot, I'll take one too. Yeah.
All right.
Shopping spree.
So
We're all just gonna take them. It's fine. Just load them into the ship.
all right. Then yeah, as you reach the end of the hallway, you can see that you're sort of in the middle of this complex, this facility, if you will. And as all of you sort of get to the end of this hallway, it's sort of a T. So there's a section that goes left, which McGee, you know, is the direction to get out. And a section to the right, which, if you all look to the right, you can see basically sort of a warehouse that's just full of these things that you were just fighting, sort of coming off an assembly line with these weird sci-fi looking, like, even though this is literally set in the future, like it's sci-fi even for you, your characters. These weird tank looking things with just a bunch of brains in them that are getting put into these heads. And I think that's where we will end the session.
I was gonna say, Skater, you still live streaming?
No, I'm recording the live stream as soon as I get internet again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be fun.
This game is so meta. Streams lost. Streaming, internet lost.
It's true. Oh, that was a lot of fun. We're gonna go on a raid here in just a minute. Before we do, I want to give everybody a chance to say what their favorite part was, where you can find them next, all that good stuff, and we'll go reverse order from how we started. So, Goody, what was your favorite part? Where can folks find you? Anything you want to share or plug?
I definitely appreciated how each of us handled being taken hostage and how none of us seemed bothered by it. Absolutely none of us were worried about it. We're like, oh, well, I guess
that tracks.
this is,
Yeah.
like, okay, this is happening. And I mean, Max has the audacity to be like, serve up, like, get me alcohol. And I love that for him. But yeah, just also the no, I died like 10 times. It's not that bad. It's easy. You just die, you come back, it's fine. But yeah, I will be here next week.
All right, awesome. Next, we've got Econorlax. What was your favorite part? Where can folks find you? Anything you would like to share or plug?
I always appreciate irony, so I would imagine Maximilian to be a little worse shooter, but no. Guy asks about wine, only drinks wine, but when it comes to action, poof, poof, poof. He practically dropped the entire opposition by himself.
That's pretty great.
Puts his character in perspective. And I have nothing to plug. I will be here next week.
All right. Speaking of Maximilian, Par, what was your favorite part? Where can folks find you? And anything you want to share or plug?
On the subject of Maximilian's apparent just being a crack shot, I'm going to put that up. I'm going to make excuses for when my rolls get bad later. I'm going to put that up to the fact that he's one, sober, and two, his boss really, really loved hunting. And so he spent long hours trying to get very good at hunting so that he could beat his boss. That's how I'll excuse that.
Love that.
Going so well. Favorite part? I think it's at the beginning of the session when everybody was so just not ready at all for Max to be like, yeah, just punch me in the stomach, and I think we can get this plan going. Nobody wanted to even a love tap to just go along with this plan. Everyone was like, no, you do it. It's really good.
I want to get puked on.
And of course, love a planning session. Frequently my favorite part of sessions like these. You can find me next here again. Not next Thursday. So I guess here again next Saturday for more of this, where we will perform some sort of shenanigans.
Awesome.
And you can find me on Twitch at Mr. Farr. That's it.
All right. We've lost B again, sadly. Hopefully we'll get him back before it's his turn to go. So we'll hop over to V. What was your favorite part? Where can folks find you? And anything you want to share or plug?
Just how, knock on wood, kind of smoothly the combat went. Because God knows Absentis was not always like that. Our combat always involved the shuttle crashing through things, so just having a straight back and forth kind of combat deal was interesting. And then, of course, all the characters, just how they seem to fit together despite being so wildly different. I always love the banter between Ambrose and especially Skeeter. When Ambrose is just like, can you shut the fuck up, please? Just leave. Just get out of here. I bet he's had a very relieved sigh when finally the little bug got taken out to a different room. Hey, Goody. But as for me, goodness, what's today? Saturday. I'll be kicking around next week. You can find my stuff online. I do some traditional digital art. I have an art Twitter, which is at Pepperodraws. And yeah, that's pretty much it for me today.
All right, awesome. Hopefully we'll get B back here in a moment. But I'll go ahead and talk about my favorite part. In the meantime, there was so much that was I really enjoyed about this one. I also loved everybody being like, all right, well, this is happening. We're captured. Whatever. It's fine. I loved the sort of implied this has happened numerous times before for everyone. That was really fun. Yeah. Everybody getting up to their shenanigans, with Skeeter hacking into stuff. That I won't say poor, because I know the type of character that he is, but the guy interrogating Skeeter, that was pretty great. Just finally being like, I just gotta go. But yeah, I really enjoyed the whole thing, and I loved the different combat styles of everybody that were shooting, and that Max got those really good rolls. That was just, I loved that. It just looks awesome that you've got the wine dad who all of a sudden is just taking people down real quick. It was great.
Gun grandpa.
Yep.
Yes.
Wine dad's
Yes.
gun grandpa. But yeah, those are my favorite parts. B, we'll hop back over to you. What was your favorite part? Where can folks find you? Anything you want to share, plug?
My favorite part was when I had internet access and I could play. That was my favorite part.
I hate internet issues. It's so frustrating. So sorry.
I've been trying not to punch the router. It's a whole thing.
I get that.
Yeah, I think I heard you basically say my favorite part, and that was one. I loved all the fighting, but my favorite part was just thinking of that poor man stuck in the room while Skeeter literally stalls for time, like motor mouth how he is normally. Now he's trying to stretch it out as long as possible, telling movies as if they were things that happened to him. He's just, yeah, I just feel so sorry. Like, yeah, he's the bad guy, but I don't think anyone really deserves that at the end of the day. Yeah, you can find. I'm gonna be here next week. On Friday, I play Alan, the Kunari himbo murder baker. He doesn't. Well, I was about to say he doesn't bake murder, but that's debatable. He's pretty terrifying.
Kind of murder's baked though. Kind of.
Yeah, murder is baked. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, the Neon Devils. I think there's a link posted at some point, or you just search the Webtoons app for Neon Devils.
Gotcha.
We're going to be starting the next couple of things. We're getting into the prologue, and so we're going to start to have some real content on that. That's really exciting. And other than that, I'm just kind of hanging out. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So that just leaves me. I've already said my favorite part. Where you can find me next will be on. Wow, my brain just completely went blank there for a second. Tuesday, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. I'll be producing our party number 1 Dragon Age campaign. It runs in parallel to the Friday one with 2 different parties. Then Wednesday we'll have Blackfeather Paranormal Investigations over on our YouTube channel. We'll be streaming over there on Wednesday. And then, no stream on Thursday. Then Friday we'll have Dragon Age party number 2. And then that's at noon Mountain Time, right back here. And then back here on Saturday for more Animus. This was a whole bunch of fun. Thank you so much for the raids, Reconnaissance, and Chromatic Chimera, I believe was who raided earlier. Yeah. Thanks so much. That was very nice of you. Nice to see you all. And other things to share or plug is going to be our sponsors, which are Fundamental RPG. It's a system that we use for this game. It's a simple D20 system that doesn't have any ties to any genre. So you can use it to play like a high fantasy game or sci-fi, obviously, or anything in between. We also use it for Blackfeather Paranormal Investigations, which is the simplest way to put it is like Phasmophobia, but a tabletop game. So it's real versatile. It looks like this. You can pick up your copy on Amazon if you want the book, or if you prefer a digital version, you can pick that up at coffee.com/Raven, like it's spelled at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. And then go check out also Die Hard Dice. All the dice that I've been rolling tonight are from them. They're amazing. It's dieharddice.com, and if you use the code Animus with a capital A, you can get 10% off of your entire order. Highly recommend checking out the Luminous Chrome set. It is the really pretty sparkly ones that I was showing earlier. They look like this. It's hard to see the little glittery bits because my green screen keeps trying to translate it into background. But they're really, really pretty. They got these sparkly little nebula things in the middle. So it's very satisfying to roll, especially if you like shiny things. But yeah, that's about it for me. If you want to catch up on this show or any others that we have on the channel, you can do so at the Fantasy Network at watch.thefantasy.network, or go to YouTube and search for Blackfeather Guild, and all of our stuff is there as well. We're going to go on a raid. We're going to go raid Stella Luna, who's just fantastic. Absolutely love their stuff. They're doing some tabletop streaming over there, so go say hi. Give them a follow if you're not doing so already. And I will see you all next week. Bye, everybody.